Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Lindsay and this is Barbie, who might join us on the mat for some time today. Our class is going to be a 60-minute Hatha class with a peak pose of Utkata Konasana, or goddess pose. And our theme is self-empowerment. So you will need 2 blocks and a folded blanket. So if you would just start in a comfortable cross-legged seat on your mat and place your folded blanket beneath your sit bones. Start to arrive here as you close your eyes or gently soften your gaze in front of you. Relax your body and mind. Imagine there's a healing white light radiating in front of your body. Imagine this light filling your body and instilling in you the power and confidence to live your own life story and follow your dreams. Use this light to paint any colors you'd like onto the palette of your life. Now you can bring the soles of your feet together into a bound ankle pose, and depending on your flexibility, your feet might be closer towards your pelvis or a little bit further away. If you'd like, you can do just a little butterfly movement here. And you can stay here or start to hinge at your hips to forward fold. You can bring your arms to push down on your knees if you'd like, bend your elbows. Once you find a comfortable spot, let your head hang. And rise back up. And stretch your legs out long in front of you. Open your legs out wide as you like. And if you need to bend your knees here, you can. You can stay here or hinge at your hips and walk your hands forward. Or if it's more comfortable, you can bring your hands to your feet, ankles, shins, and let your head hang once you've reached your comfort point. Walk your hands back and sit up. Now come onto your hands and knees. You can remove your blanket for now. Into a tabletop position. So have your wrists directly under your shoulders and your knees directly under your hips. Make sure your fingers are spread wide to put weight into the knuckles of your palms. And on an inhale, lower your chest, lift your head up for cow pose. And on an exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest for cat pose. Inhale, send your heart towards the mat, lift your head, cow pose. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, cat pose. And continue to use the flow of your inhales and your exhales to flow through cat-cow at your own pace. And on your next inhale, return to a neutral spine. Bring your right knee into your nose, step your right foot between your hands, and heel toe your right foot out to the long edge of your mat. You might want your blocks now. This is going to be lizard pose. So you can place your blocks under your hands, under your shoulders. And you can stay here, or you can curl the toes of your left leg and lift your left knee off the ground. I'm going to keep my knee on the ground. Bring your right foot back a little bit, and we're going to place our right foot towards the left side of our mat and bring your knee behind your right hand. If you need to scoot your left leg back a bit to provide more space, you can. Pigeon pose. You can lift your hips up, bring your right knee back for neutral tabletop position. And in yoga, whatever we do on one side, we do on the other. So now bring your left knee into your nose. Step your left foot in between your hands and heel toe your left foot out to the left side of your mat. Make sure your knee is stacked over your ankle. Hands under your shoulders for lizard. Now bring your left foot back in, your left foot towards the right side of your mat, and your left knee behind your left wrist. And depending on your flexibility, your foot might be in closer to your groin or a little closer to your hands. For pigeon pose. You can remove your blocks for now. Lift your hips, bring your left foot back for a tabletop, and you can walk your hands out just a little bit further. Tuck your toes for a downward facing dog. Lift your knees off the floor and send your hips up towards the sky. You can walk it out here, bend one leg while you straighten the other. And come to a neutral down dog. If you need to bend your legs here, you can. Now look towards the front of your mat. Shift your way forward into a plank pose with a flat back. Tap your knees down to the floor, and as you exhale, keep your elbows hugged into your ribs as you lower all the way to the floor. Inhale, lift your chest up off the mat a little bit for baby cobra. Exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Inhale, you can come up to your hands and knees, and exhale, down dog. Look towards the front of your mat. Step forward and between your hands. Exhale, forward fold. If you need to bend your knees, you can. Try to bring your chest to your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift your chest up with a flat back so it's parallel to your mat. You can bring your hands to your ankles, your shins, your thighs. And then exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands back down. Let your head hang heavy. Inhale, lift your chest all the way up as you sweep your arms up overhead. Upward hand pose. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, Tadasana. Bring your arms down by your sides. And now I'm going to turn to face you so you can see what I'm going to be doing from this angle. So, again, the inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana, upward hand pose. Exhale, arms down to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, Tadasana, arms by your side. Let's do it again. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, arms by your sides. One more time. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. And exhale, arms by your sides. Now, we're going to inhale and jump our feet about 4 feet wide, depending on how long your legs are. It really is going to look different for everybody. So inhale, and make sure you land with bent knees. All right, now we're going to go into warrior 2. So turn your right toes out 90 degrees. If you need to bring your left foot into the right a little bit, you can. Arms out by your sides and bend your right knee directly over your right ankle, and you can fix your stance. Your feet are not glued to your mat here. Flip your right hand up, tilt back for peaceful warrior. Bring your left hand down your right leg and your right arm up overhead as you gaze up. Bring your arms back to warrior 2. Turn your right toes in, left toes out. Warrior 2 on the other side. Bend your left knee so it's directly over your left ankle. Flip your left palm up for peaceful warrior, tilt back. Right hand comes down your right leg, left arm up overhead, gaze up. If gazing up is too much for you, you can gaze forward, down at the mat. Bring your arms back out to your sides for warrior two. And now spin your left toes in, your right toes out. Warrior two on the other side. Bend your right knee over your right ankle. Flip your right palm up, tilt back for peaceful warrior. Left hand down your leg, right arm up overhead. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh for extended side angle with your palm facing up. Bring your left arm up overhead and keep it there or extend it further and reach your fingers towards the top of your mat. Gaze up or down at the mat. Bring your arms back to warrior two. Spin your right toes in as you straighten your right leg. Spin your left toes out for warrior two. Bend your left knee over your left ankle. Flip your left palm up, tilt back, peaceful warrior. Bring your right arm down your leg, left arm up, gaze up. Bring your left forearm with your palm up to your left thigh. Stretch your right arm overhead for extended side ankle. Bring your arms back out to warrior two. Or arms out by your sides. Straighten your left leg and spin your left toes in. I'm actually going to take a small little water break if you would like to take one as well. All right, let's get back to it. All right, since I came out, let me grab a pencil also, just to hold my paper down. There we go. All right, since I came out of the pose, I'm gonna start back into Tadasana and hop out about 4 feet wide, land with bent knees. Whew. Okay, all right, now, turn your right toes out 90 degrees. If you need to bring your left toes in a little bit, you can. Warrior two, arms out by your sides, bend your right knee over your right ankle, and you can adjust your stance as you need. Flip your right palm up, tilt back, peaceful warrior. Bring your right arm up overhead. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Reach your left arm overhead. Stretch your fingers towards the top of your mat. now, I forgot about the blocks. So if you want to go ahead and grab your blocks here, you can, and frame your right foot with them. Extended angle pose. Turn your torso towards your right foot. Bring your arms down to your blocks. Straighten your right leg. If you need to shorten your stance, you can step your left foot in. And you also might want to turn your toes towards that front left corner of your mat. And this is pyramid pose modified with blocks under your hands. Move those blocks to center as you spin your right toes in. If you need to widen your stance for wide-legged forward fold, you can. Make sure your toes are parallel. And you can bring your hands under your shoulders or walk them back towards your heels a bit. Let your head hang here. Lift your chest back up. And now spin your left toes out. If you want to go ahead and take your blocks, you can frame your left foot just so we're prepared. Start with warrior two. Bring your arms out by your side. Spin your left knee over your left ankle. Flip your left palm up, tilt back for peaceful warrior, left hand overhead. Bring your left hand forearm to your left thigh. Stretch your right arm up overhead, extended side ankle. Bring your hands down to frame your left foot. Step your right foot in just a bit. Turn your toes to the front right corner of your mat. Make sure both of your legs are extended long. Pyramid. Turn your left toes in as you face the long edge of your mat, back to wide-legged forward fold. Bring your hands to your hips as you lift your chest up. And we're going to come back into a downward facing dog. However that is most comfortable for you. I'm going to come down to my hands and knees into a tabletop and then walk my hands forward a bit. Tuck my toes, lift your knees. Send your tailbone up to the sky. If you want to pedal it out here, you can. You can stay here
in down dog, or if you feel so inclined, you can flow through to inhale to plank. Exhale, lower your knees to the floor, bend your elbows and lower all the way. Inhale, push into your hands for cobra or baby cobra. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Now, if you would like to come into a comfortable seated position, you can. I am going to model our peak pose here, just so you can get an idea of what it's going to look like when we transition into it. So, actually I guess I should start in down dog. We are going to come into a three-legged dog, step your foot forward, and then in this way, I'm gonna be facing the back. You're going to turn your toes out about 45 degrees. Bend your knees. Oh, this is hard to balance in too, so this will be fun. And you can shorten your stance if you need to. Bend your knees so that your knees are facing the same direction as your toes. You don't want them splaying in or out too wide. And then, so from the front, it's going to look like this. And then in goddess pose, you can do multiple things with your hands, but today we're going to do simple heart center prayer. Or if you feel so inclined to go a little further, you can lift your arms up overhead, spread your arms into a wide V, or have your hands in prayer. All right, so let's get ready for that by coming back into downward facing dog. Inhale, send your right foot up and back. Keep your hips squared to your mat. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. Your right knee should be over your ankle. Now, spin your toes to face the long edge of your mat, wide-legged forward fold. Bring your hands to your hips, hinge up, spin your heels in, your toes out. Ooh, careful with your balance here. Bend your knees so they're facing in the same direction as your toes. Try to make sure that you don't have your tailbone up. You want it pointing down towards the ground. And bring your hands to prayer. And again, if you want, you can bring your arms up overhead. Now straighten your legs. Turn your toes to the right. Bring your hands down to frame your right foot. Point your left toes to the front of your mat. Step back for downward facing dog. You can pedal it out here. Turn into a neutral down dog. Inhale, lift your left foot up and back. Keep your hips square to your mat. Now step your left foot forward in between your hands. Spin your feet to face the long edge as you come to the center, wide-legged forward fold. Bring your hands to your hips, lift your chest up, spin your heels in, toes out, bend your knees, find your balance here, lengthen your tailbone down towards the mat, hands in prayer at heart center. Straighten your legs. Step together. Tadasana. Whew. If you need to shake it out a bit there, you can. All right, and then we're going to come down into a seated position on our mat. You can bring your folded blanket under your hips and extend your legs out long in front of you. Bring your hands to either side of your hips to help give you more length in your spine and lift through the crown of your head. If you need to, you can bend your knees. And now you can lift your arms up overhead and hinge at your hips, fold forward. If you cannot reach your feet, reach for your ankles, your shins, your thighs. And let your head hang. Lift your chest up, bend your right leg, and cross your right foot over your left thigh. Turn to the right as you bring your right fingertips or palm to the mat behind you. Grab your right knee with your left hand, or hook your left elbow over your right knee. On your inhale, see if you can extend through the crown of your head anymore. And on your exhale, see if you can twist just a little deeper. Bring your torso back to center, uncross your legs, extend your right leg out. Let's do that again on the other side. Bend your left leg, cross your left foot over your right thigh, and turn to the left as you bring your left hand to the mat behind you. Grab your left knee with your right hand or hook your right elbow, excuse me. Bring your torso back to center and extend your left leg back out long in front of you. Now we're going to bring your blanket out from underneath you and come to lie on your back. We're going to keep your knees bent. So your feet should be close to your fingertips and your hip bones, about hips width apart. On an inhale, lift your hips up off of the floor for bridge pose. If you can, bring your hands underneath and clasp your fingers together. Keep your knees over your ankles. unlink your hands and slowly bring your hips back down to the floor. Now you can extend your left leg out long. Bring your right knee into your chest for a bit. Just hug it in. Bring your right knee over to the left for supine spinal twist. You can keep your left hand on your right knee. Bring your right arm out wide, and your gaze can be wherever it's most comfortable. So it can be out over your right hand, the center, looking over to your left. Bring your knee back to center. Bring your foot to the mat and extend your right leg out long. Now bring your left knee into your chest and hug it in there. Now bring your left knee over to your right side. Lay your left arm out long beside you, out wide beside you, and bring your gaze wherever is most comfortable. Come back to center as you bring your foot to the mat. Now bend both of your legs, squeeze both knees into your chest. And try to keep your hips rooted on the ground. Now bring both knees over to the left side as you lay your right arm out beside you. Bring your knees back to center and then over to the right. You can bring your right hand to your knees to give them some support if you need. Bring your knees back to center. Keep your knees bent. Bring your right ankle to the top of your left thigh for a figure 4. And then lift your left foot off the ground. Reach your right hand in between your thighs and bring your left hand around your left thigh to grasp behind your left thigh. Pull your legs in towards your chest. Feel that stretch along your right outer hip. Bring your left foot back down down to the ground, uncross your legs, and now bring your left ankle to the top of your right thigh. Let your knee push down, reach between your thighs, and grab around your right thigh to bring your knees in towards your chest. Release your leg. Bring both feet back down to the mat. Bring both knees into your chest. Your soles of the feet face the ceiling. Spread your legs out. Bring your arms to the inside of your legs and reach for the outer edge of your feet, your ankles, your shins, wherever's most comfortable for happy baby. Keep your hips on the floor. If you'd like to rock and roll back and forth, give yourself a lower back massage, you can. Slowly let go. Let your legs come back down to the mat. Extend your legs out long. We're coming to Shavasana, our final relaxation pose. This pose is so important not to skip because it's going to integrate everything that we just did in the physical aspect into our bodies as we come to a rest without falling asleep. So as you lay here, just do a mental scan of your body and see if you feel any sensations. Just observe them, don't make any judgments. And now, starting at the top of your head, we're going to relax every part of your body. Envision that white healing light from the beginning of our class as it slowly scans your body, starting at the top of your head and relaxing each part as it flows down into your face, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your jaw, down the back of your head, your neck and your shoulders, all the way down the tops of your arms, forearms, through your hands and through each of your fingertips. That white light radiates as it heals your torso, your upper chest, your abdomen, your stomach, your upper back, your spine, your middle and lower back. As it continues to scan your body, it heals and relaxes your hips, your pelvis, your thighs, your knees, your shins and your calves, all the way down your ankles and feet through each of your toes. Lie here in stillness and I will awaken you when it's time. start to bring awareness back into your body and your breath. Bring some movement, maybe wiggle your fingers and toes, roll your head from side to side. Stretch your arms up over your head. And roll to one side into a fetal position. Use your arms to create a little pillow for your head. We're just going to be here for a moment. And whenever you're ready, use your hands to push yourself up into a seated position. Bring your hands together in prayer at heart center. And thank yourself for showing up to practice today. The light in me humbly bows down to the light it sees in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed the class, and I hope I see you next time. Bye!